Hi, welcome back to the friendly confines of the Alley Works Records Command Center. Happy that you're joining us here on one of my Saturday videos. Here we are together again. So we got some exciting news today. We got the test pressings. I'm going to show them to you, and we'll talk about them and the process and all that stuff. But first off, just want to direct you to watch that video if you haven't done so already. The video of Zoe and I creating the cover art for the album. Well, Zoe created it, not so much me, but we sit together and she walks us through her process of creating the art that is featured on the new album, Zig Zag, due out in October. All right, so yeah, definitely check out that video. So we got some test pressings here on Thursday. They were delivered. It was crazy how quickly they came because once they said they shipped them out, it took just 2 days to get to my house all the way from the Czech Republic. Yes, that's where the album was, originated from the Czech Republic, which is a lot of vinyl manufacturers across North America. They use the Czech Republic. Not sure why. If somebody knows, leave a comment. But so it leaves the Czech Republic. It winds up London, Heathrow, and then Los Angeles, and then right here at Alley Works in Arizona. So I was surprised, man. That it was pretty fast. So anyway, here they are. I just want to kind of show you. We're talking about AWLP03, better known as Zig Zag. So AWLP03 is our catalog number. Alley Works LP, and this is my third record. I borrowed that formula from my favorite record label of all time, which is Casablanca Records, and it's Neil Bogart LP, so NBLP. Of course, they have more than 2 digits at the end because they made thousands of records, but I won't live long enough to require a third third space for a number there. So '03 will suffice. So you saw that, yeah, you might have saw the Czech Republic. I also labeled this as the first one that I pulled out, so I labeled them all so I would know if there was, in fact, an error. I would know it's number 3 has a skip or whatever. So let's pull out the vinyl and take a look, shall we? Boom. All right, so side A. Hopefully I got that right. It's hard to do this backwards. Side B. Yeah. Checking out the grooves. I know I'm not handling that very well, but so let's see. Now, talking about where this is precision pressing, you may have seen the logo. So I used precision pressing for my first 2 albums, and I enjoyed the process with them. They did a good job. I got a lot of feedback saying that the pressings were nice and clean, sounded really good, so I didn't want to rock the boat and try a different company. The one hiccup that we had in this is Precision Press is based in Canada. And of course, if you follow the news, you know that there is some issues with tariffs between our two countries. So the first order of business for me in starting this project was to reach out to Precision Press and get clarification on whether or not I'm going to get some tariffs or what's going to happen with that. And they directed me to a link that is just basically a website. The CEO is talking about they're going to go ahead and no matter what happens with the tariffs, all the U.S. customers are not going to have to worry about it. Whatever happens, they'll take care of it on their end. So I was like, wonderful news, and let's move forward with the album, right? So yeah, very excited. So thank you, Precision Press. They did a good job with that. Really happy with that. So AWLP 03. So good job. So this time when I was mastering, so the album's complete and I've decided on what songs, what order. I dump everything into a mastering session and begin to tweak all of the EQ and compression in a global manner, meaning every song goes through the same filters. So there's a consistency between every song. What you find when you do that is that you have some songs have more bass, some songs have less bass, some high mid is jumping out on this one, and so I find myself oftentimes after listening back remixing most of the record, if not all. I think it was all but one song got some kind of a tweak just to make them all uniform, because the way I work is like I'm just in my program and I'm using all kinds of different plugins, and just every song is an island unto itself. Mastering is a whole nother ball game, so you got to go through and tweak all those mixes and make them more consistent across the board, and I hope I've accomplished that. And now I did want to leave, well, this time I wanted to be a little more aggressive on the low end of the spectrum. I think the first two records, they sound great. They could probably, I know Michelle says she likes her bass, so I turned up the bass, so you'll notice that this record compared to the other two has a little more low end. And also it makes sense because it's a rock album. As I mentioned in a video last month, that this is a rock and roll album, so this thing's got to pump, and that was the goal for that. So of course you always got to leave a little headroom for the pressing company, Precision Press. So I want them, when they get it, they have a little wiggle room to boost some frequencies if they feel that it's needed. And then they never tell you what they did. I mean, I suppose I could pry, but you know. So the album, so I pop it on, get home. Now this is like the most nervous you could ever be when you drop the needle on your test pressing. So this thing has been halfway around the world, and here it comes, and I'm like, okay, all this work, all the songwriting, all the parts, and all the mastering and remixing and mastering again. Let's see what happens. And you just drop the needle, and you're on pins and needles, pardon the pun, as it plays, and I think it sounds really, really good. I'm happy with the result, and I was like, really, it's like a big, whew, I'm relieved. This is what a relief. So then the next process there is to take another one out. So that's number one. So then I go to number two, and I listen to that, and I go, okay. And I take that out, and I listen to number three, and then four, and then, oh my God, I'm so sick of this record, five. So that's the process. I have 5 test pressings now, so, and which is normal. And of course, these would be available when the album comes out. These test pressings will be signed by all 4 of us, and they'll be available on my Bandcamp page, which is linked in the comment section of this post. So if you haven't followed me on Bandcamp, that's where 90% of my music lands these days. So please give me a follow. It's a really great site. So there's test pressings, all 5 of them. Honestly, I just listened to 3 of them because there was no glitches, I'm proud to say. There's no skips, no pops, no nothing. No, I didn't put the record on and suddenly it was a Bruce Springsteen album. No, it was in fact me, and it was in fact AWLP03, better known as Zig Zag. So, so yes, I went into my portal for Precision Press, and I clicked accept test pressings. So this album is in production. Very exciting. All right. Well, so I'll keep you posted on things, and I guess I will see you maybe next Saturday for more videos. Don't forget to check out that video with Zoe about the album artwork, which is fantastic. It's a really fun watch. All right. See you guys next time.